what you do right now is going to be a reflection of what your business is going to look like in 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. A lot of the times what we don't realize is it's the actions, it's those little micro decisions that we make every moment of every day that impacts where we're going to be in the long run. It's not just about business, even though, yes, it's on a business page, but I mean, it's even just personal decisions. It's tracking what you're eating. It's looking at how you're taking care of yourself. I can't stress enough the importance of, at this point in time, making sure that you're putting your oxygen mask on first before you put it on others. Take great care of yourself because it's all we got right now. Welcome to Business Insights with Matt Milia. I'm your host, Matt Milia, and in this podcast, we'll talk about the real, raw, uncut business success secrets you won't find anywhere else. Follow my journey from entry level to CEO. We discuss real actionable items you can plug into your business right away. To subscribe to our weekly top tips, you can go to www.mattpodcast.com and join our community of elite high-level performers. And if you're interested in our inside sales company, you can go to www.appointmentstoday.com to jump on a free strategy call. And now, stay tuned for our podcast. Hey everybody, what's going on? I want to welcome you guys to episode number 25, Business Insights with Matt Milia. And I had to do a little bit of adjusting this week because my guest had some technical issues, and ultimately he will be back on. But what I wanted to do, my reason for creating this entire podcast is to give massive value. And whatever value that I'm able to give, I want to share it with you guys, especially from some of the experiences that I've had and some of the things I've learned and some of my major takeaways. So what I wanted to do was really talk about how you can survive during these times. And our company is very blessed and fortunate because, I mean, we've got a virtual contact center. So, I mean, I can literally hire people from anywhere, everywhere, and they can plug into just about any business. Now, if we were to have this conversation 6 months to a year ago, I would never tell you that I would be pivoting into other business models. But what I've realized and discovered very quickly was that it's all about your ability to be flexible during these times. There are a ton of opportunities right now to generate cash flow working from home, and there are some that are really lucrative and they're easy to do. They don't take a whole lot of time or effort, but it is up to you to take advantage of them. So what I'm going to do is share a few things with you right now that you can do so that you can be proactive instead of being reactive when it comes to all of this. So what I would recommend, and this is the first thing that we looked at, was SBA loans. Everyone's talking about them. But an SBA loan is a small business administration loan. Now, I've never even looked into these before, but there is a loan called the Economic Injury Relief Disaster Loan, I believe is what it stands for. And these loans are for anyone who is experiencing any economic impact from the coronavirus. Now, I am not a loans expert by any stretch of the imagination when it comes to these, but they're very easy to apply for. The one that you can actually apply for right now is giving a $10,000 advance. And what I've been told through multiple people, because we've contacted our CPA, we've actually spoke with different attorneys on it. What I have been told is that the $10,000, if you're using it towards business expenses, that is 100% free and clear, where in a lot of cases, you may not even have to repay it back. So that $10,000 is an immediate influx of cash. Now, some of you guys are 1099, some of you are not W-2. The great thing about this is that even if you're 1099, you can still apply for this, and the likelihood of getting it is very high. We are an LLC, so of course, the way that it works with us, I mean, it makes really no difference however you're reporting, because if you are an LLC, you are still eligible for it. If you are a real estate agent who pays yourself on a 1099, you can still also even claim unemployment at this time. Now, if you're going to go that route, of course, you do need to realize you'll have to shut things down. But the one major takeaway that I was told is that if you are a real estate agent at this point and business is slow, you can actually, because you're also considered self-employed and a business owner, you can not only just file for the unemployment, but you can also apply for the small business administration loan. Some people are literally making over $1,000 a week through these programs and incentives. So that's just something, again, I will get you guys more information as I discover it for myself, because I'm in the same boat. I've applied for it now about 7 days ago for the small business loan, but I have still not heard back yet. So I've been in contact with them. They said that it takes about 2 weeks before you really get any before you get the insight. So the next thing that we're doing, and this I feel is really important, and a lot of people I think are not they're not utilizing some of the tools that are out there. So I want to provide you guys some of them, and actually we're creating it for specifically the real estate community, but we're also open to helping out in other areas of business where we have what's called pitch decks. So these are virtual sales presentations. The great thing about this is, where I'm thankful, the real gratitude I have for this whole situation and what's going on, because it is very difficult to have gratitude and be thankful during this time, because it's unprecedented times. But what it's allowed me to do is it's allowed me to take a really hard look at where we are in the business right now and how we can diversify, not just diversify the services that we offer, and not just diversify the programs, but it also allows us to take advantage of some of the tools that's readily available right in front of us. One of the things that I've been working through is I have a pitch deck I put together. This is going to be something I'll share with anybody who wants it. I'll actually be running some ads to it next week so that people can just get it. They'll have it. It'll be a generic deck that they can fully go in and edit, and then we'll also show you guys how to present, how to have a listing presentation, how to have a buyer agent presentation, all online. You can literally plug it into your computer, have some great imagery, and ultimately it's going to help you with attraction. It's going to help you be able to speak to prospects and do it in a way that is not salesy or gimmicky. It's not going to come off like you're pressuring them, but at the same time, you're being very proactive, because you're changing the tool, you're changing the marketing medium, and ultimately you're changing the messaging. I had a conversation with a gal a little over a week ago, and she was telling me that she's very rural where she lives. So they sell a lot of houses, but I mean, the average house they sell is sometimes an hour away. So she said that even after this all blows over, the social distancing, all of that, after it blows over, she plans on utilizing the sales and the pitch deck and still doing it on Zoom, and going through the actual presentation there, so that you could save yourself some time, because that's really what we're looking to do, is trying to condense time as much as we possibly can. The next thing that I'm going to share with you guys here is with finances. And I've not always been the best when it comes to sitting there and, okay, let me X this out. I've always had the Grant Cardone mentality, where you go in and just just make as many sales as you can and worry about cuts later down the line. What I found is that I had probably over $10,000 in expenses that they weren't necessary expenses. And the crazy thing is, a lot of them were just little systems and things I wasn't using anymore, and it adds up really quickly. So we made some major, massive cuts. We did a lot of things to put ourselves in the best position. But it's so important that you just get really clear, look at what's going out compared to what's going in, and really analyze and evaluate. Now, the one area that I did not make any cuts on, I actually put more money into, is marketing. Anyone that's marketing right now, you are going to own the digital space, because there's not many people out there that are competing. What I mean by that is, a lot of your competitors, a lot of the people that you normally had as a lot of people that you normally would look at and see as your competition, you're going to be able to blow them away once this all gets dialed in, because there's not many people out there that are marketing right now. So many people have pulled their advertising off. So many people have slowed everything down, and a lot of people are playing massive defense right now. And what I would recommend doing is, yes, you should play defense, but if you're not playing any offense whatsoever, the momentum, the sheer energy that it's going to take to pull yourself out is going to be really difficult. So work on being as flexible as you can during these times. The most important thing for me, and I've struggled with this, but I'm still working through it, is creating a new routine. If you're working from home, the one thing that's very challenging is when you're going into an office every day, whether you're self-employed, whether you are a business owner, or you're working for somebody and you're just going in and, of course, working hourly, however you do it, you have a structure in place. You have it set where you go to the same place, the same area every single day. It's tough. It really is tough to create that new routine. So make sure that you try to do everything in a time frame that's going to be acceptable to you, and cut yourself some slack, guys. The biggest thing right now, a lot of people are saying, well, my energy's low, I feel more tired. Hell yeah, you feel more tired, more stressed. I mean, it's the same thing here. I've literally survived on coffee and, I mean, every possible energy supplement you could imagine, to continue to push through and persevere. And it is a tough time for everybody, but we're going to get through it. I survived through the whole 2008, and I was actually in subprime lending at that time. Made it through, and I changed courses. I went to different lines of work, but I still found my way right back into it. So what I'm telling you guys is be very flexible in your approach, but create that routine so that you create some consistency in your life. And again, don't be afraid to change course. Don't be afraid to change paths. The big thing right now too is learn something new. I'm going to share something with you guys that you can actually do immediately, that will help you drive some revenue in your business, but also it'll come from a place of entertainment. There's a website. It's called IMG. So that's I like indigo, M like Mary, G like good, flip, FLIP.com, image flip. And the cool thing about this is it actually gives you some of the most popular memes that are out there right now that you can custom create. So you can create memes that will talk to your ideal client. You could create memes that will talk to prospects, and of course, get them to laugh, get them to engage, get them to acknowledge the challenges that are out there right now, but explain to them how your service or what you do can help dig them out, whether you're service-based, whether it's for real estate, whatever it is. There are so many things that you can create. And I know a lot of people usually swipe and take ones from everybody else, but you can create your own. So that is the beauty of this. There's so many tools right now that you can utilize to help you get your messaging out there. The big thing I could tell for everybody is definitely don't stick your head in the sand at this point. I mean, so many people are just sort of going dormant, and they are falling off, or they're not doing anything to market themselves. They're not doing anything to drive their business. Here's what I can tell you, and this is a shameless plug, guys, but I mean, at Appointments Today, we have 100%. Thank you, Stephanie, for sharing that link. We have 100% diversified. We've flipped our business model on its head. We have programs and products for just about anybody. If you want someone to just call your leads temporarily, we can do that. If you want somebody who will call any leads that you have, we'll do it. As long as you have some sort of script or something there, I could train my guys. They're all very, very flexible on what they're doing. We specialize in real estate and mortgage, but we've also gotten very good on the insurance side. And we've also started picking up other opportunities in solar and a few other ones also. So just the biggest thing right now is just the worst thing you can do is try and call it quits, because the opportunities out there are endless. There's so many things that you can do during these times. And I know a lot of people right now it doesn't strike people well right now when I tell you keep working, keep hustling, because that's the old adage, keep grinding, grind away, and people are tired of it. I get it, because it is a tiring time, but I promise you that just trying a little bit more every day and just getting 1% better every single day is going to make a world of difference. One of the books actually right now that I recommend for everybody that has not read it, it's David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me. This book is absolutely phenomenal, life-changing. It's great for a time like this. And David Goggins goes through his story of pain. And look, I mean, right now we all have some sort of pain. We got something that's going on that is that's tough. And whether it's business, whether it's our health, these are things that we have really zero control over, and it's adding a lot of anxiety to the workplace. So, and guys, for everybody that's on watching, I appreciate everybody that's on. If there's questions or something you want to share, I'd love to handle them live. See if there's something I can do to kind of help point you in the right direction. But I'd highly recommend that right now, even though it's so easy to open up the fridge and binge eat or drink as much as you possibly can consume. I would recommend to not do that because yes, that is an easy way to go, but at the very least, keep doing what you can to provide value, keep doing what you can to drive your business, and ultimately it's going to drive results in the long run. And lastly here, two more things here. Be active. I know that I've been walking about 2 miles a day. I was going to the gym about 4 times a week. I would have liked to have been more consistent with it before all this happened, but I'd say 4 times a week was the average I was going throughout the year. What I realized though very quickly was, of course, when the gym shut down, it was really tough because I don't actually have a whole workout thing at home. Fortunately enough for us, we had my father-in-law who he thrives in these times. So because he's not somebody that goes to gyms, and he actually takes very good care of himself and does all the stuff at the house. He's got all these weights and everything. So we were very fortunate. He had all that stuff readily available for us. So he was able to share it. And we set up our own little home gym. So that was really helpful for my mind, for body, for energy, because I mean, when this first started, I mean, I was really trying to minimize it, but it'll get to you after a while. I'm used to quarantine life because I mean, we work from home. So I mean, what I do miss the most is, of course, hanging out with friends, going to bars, going to restaurants, just being out and being able to do what I want to do. I do miss that. So, like everybody else, I'm sure. But these are just some things that you guys can do, some quick survival guide tactics. And one last thing I'm going to share with you guys is a gratitude journal. And I know it sounds so corny. I never thought that I would be somebody that would sit there and journal, but it makes a huge difference. Document your wins for the day, even if they're small things. Document what you did to win, whatever it was that you did that was a productive action, something that allowed you to, something that made you feel good, and something that would help impact either your personal life, your business, whatever it might be. Document it. And it's those small little wins that are going to help you guys out. And one of the things that I'm actually going to start doing is I'm going to start writing down, because I have a journal I write it in, but I'm also going to write on little Post-it notes, wins for every single week. And then I'm going to put them in a jar. And then I'm going to be able to literally pull from that jar when my energy is drained on like a weekly basis, or when I want to just overlook and see what have I accomplished. It is really an amazing way for you to keep driving yourself. And what they say to do is use that jar, put in something at least once a week, a big win for the week, and then pull that out about a year later. And you can pull from that jar whenever you need it to draw energy. But it really makes a big difference to be able to look at that, have an attitude of gratitude, be able to look at your wins and assess where you are. And we got to be flexible, guys, during this time. The most important thing is being as flexible as you can be. I was supposed to have a guest on today, and things didn't work out, and that's okay. I'm thankful that I was able to actually jump on with you guys and share some of this, because it does really, what you do right now is going to be a reflection of what your business is going to look like in 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. A lot of the times what we don't realize is it's the actions, it's those little micro decisions that we make every moment of every day that impacts where we're going to be in the long run. It's not just about business, even though, yes, it's on a business page, but I mean, it's even just personal decisions. It's tracking what you're eating. It's looking at how you're taking care of yourself. I can't stress enough the importance of, at this point in time, making sure that you're putting your oxygen mask on first before you put it on others. Take great care of yourself, because it's all we got right now. So I hope that you guys got a lot of value out of this. And, ultimately, if there's any way I can try and help you guys out, by all means, feel free to shoot us a message, direct message us. You can even go and schedule a call. You can go to mattmilia.com and schedule a call with us, and we can either look at your business or ways that we can help you grow. We are going to have the virtual sales deck. That's going to be available. That should be available within the next week, I would assume. So we're putting it together to include, if we were at a listing appointment, how we would pitch and present that. We're also going to have something similar built out for buyers. And then if anyone else wants some alternative ways or some alternative sales decks, we can help you guys create those as well. With the virtual sales deck, just so that everyone knows, I'm not looking to monetize that or anything at this point. I really just want to help you guys grow your business. If there's something really customized we'll create, we can certainly talk about what that would look like, because I would have to bring people in to create all the illustrations and make it so that it's a really good view of who you are and what you want to accomplish, and customize it to your business wants and needs. So we can certainly talk on that, but you can go to my website. It's www.mattmilia.com. We can schedule a quick consult, see where you are in your business. And the cool thing is, like I said, guys, we have things for everybody. So, if you've got a bunch of old leads and you just want someone to call them, we can do that. And it's not a monthly thing. It's like it's a one-time investment. So we have programs for just about anybody at this time. And the best advice I can give you guys is just keep active, keep moving forward. And next week, I'm very excited because we're going to have Michael Hellickson on. He's actually the founder of Club Wealth. He is an amazing coach. They have a really great real estate coaching community. So he's going to share some things that his guys are doing, and some ways that some of their agents are still staying at the top of their game. So appreciate all of you guys for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you guys all next week, same time, same place. See ya.